My friends, the world looks a little bit different with a man in the White House, right? And this comes after 8 years of having a weenie in the White House by the name of Barack HUSSEIN Obama. My name is Howard Real, and the show is called Real Truth. Item from InfoWars. Iraq says it was warned by Iran about last night's missile attack, and that this warning was passed on to the U.S., suggesting that the attack was merely a face-saving effort by Tehran. Iraq's Prime Minister's office said on Wednesday it received an official verbal message from Iran informing it that the missile attack on U.S. forces stationed on Iraqi soil was imminent, reported Pakistan's Dawn News. According to war correspondent Elijah Magnier, Iran told Iraq it would only target areas of bases under U.S. control. Abdul Mahdi warned the Americans who took their precautions before the attack, commented Magnier. So apparently the Iranians, who were going to shake the world and rain down hell upon the United States, apparently they are also weenies, as I knew they would be. They always rattle the sword. They always scream from the high heavens. And when it comes to actually backing up their threats and their boasts, they're like little girls. That's why I know that we are free as a country to bitch slap the Iranians and do as we wish with them, which makes you wonder why the Iranian deal, the nuclear deal, was still in place until Donald Trump came into office. It almost seems as if Barack HUSSEIN Obama wanted Iran to have nuclear weapons, but of course that's ridiculous, right? Related item also from InfoWars. During the Iranian missile attack on U.S. air bases in Iraq, MSNBC amplified a fake news claim by Iranian state media that the air assault had killed 30 U.S. troops. Shortly after it was confirmed that Iran had launched the retaliatory attack, rumors began circulating on Twitter, having originated with Iranian state media and pro-Iran propaganda accounts that the attack had killed at least 20 U.S. soldiers. That figure quickly rose to 30, at which point MSNBC's Ali Arouzi went on the air to report the fake number. Unquote. So are the folks at MSNBC stupid, or were they rooting for the Iranians? Because after all, if Iran killed a bunch of Americans, they'd be able to point the finger at Donald Trump and say, how could you have this man as president? Well, on the question of whether MSNBC executives are stupid or whether or not they're rooting against America, you need a third choice. All of the above. Related item from the Daily Mail. Donald Trump blamed Barack Obama on Wednesday for supplying Iran with the money to purchase a torrent of missiles fired at American military positions Tuesday night. The missiles fired last night at us and our allies were paid for with the funds made available by the last administration, Trump said, citing $150 billion in frozen assets that the previous president released and $1.5 billion flown by the U.S. to Tehran. He began his speech to the world on Wednesday with a familiar ultimatum, even before saying good morning. As long as I'm president of the United States, Iran will never be allowed to have nuclear weapons, Trump said, unquote. My friends, we're going to hear his talk when we come back in the next segment because I'm going to play it for you. Barack Obama, we're in a tough spot here in America. We had just had 8 years of a president who is an adversary of the American people. We've got the House of Representatives with a Democrat majority, which is an adversary of the American people. And we've got the major media, which is also an adversary of the American people. Given all that, it is nothing less than an outright miracle that Donald Trump has been able to accomplish the great many things he has. But certainly showing a calm, reasoned hand in international diplomacy with a country filled with crazed mullahs who march by the hundreds of thousands in the streets when a terrorist is killed. Donald Trump showed a lot more restraint than I would have. We would still be trying to see through the nuclear vapor rising from what used to be Iran if I was president. And you know what? We'd be safer as a result. Item from Breitbart. During Iran's Tuesday night missile attack on the U.S. base in Iraq, far-left MSNBC openly admitted it was spreading propaganda for the Iranian government, unquote. We talked about that already, my friends. They are in bed with the forces that hate America, and they serve as their mouthpiece every day. Item from Breitbart. The Mexican government confirmed the discovery of more than 3,600 mass graves since 2006. The report also highlighted more than 60,000 remains that more than 60,000 remain missing in the time frame. The mass graves are largely tied to cartel turf wars. However, the actual numbers are likely much higher. Unquote. By all means, these are the people we want to bring to our country, right? We need new neighbors. Let's bring them in from a country where they're still discovering mass graves. Absolutely what America needs. Item from Breitbart. Ricky Gervais has mocked the journalists who took his jokes at the Golden Globes seriously as, quote, morons, saying that they lack a basic understanding of how humor works. Gervais tweeted late Tuesday that he was surprised to learn some journalists were eager to run defense for entitled Hollywood stars during his celebrity skewering performance as host of the Golden Globes on Sunday. Unquote. I don't know why Ricky Gervais is shocked that there are journalists out there who want nothing more than to attach their lips to the backsides of as many celebrities as they can. The journalists themselves are also very probably leftist snowflake Twinkies who can't understand what Ricky Gervais was saying. We talked about this on the show yesterday. He was telling these elite know-nothings to shut their mouths since they know nothing, which I think is very good advice, not only for the elite know-nothings, but for Ricky Gervais and for all of the American people. As I've said innumerable times, America today needs informed, educated voters. If you're going to vote based on your emotions of the moment, well then don't vote. If you're going to pontificate into a camera based on your feel-good PC left-leaning emotions, then please do it in another country. Don't do it here. We don't need stupidity. This country is being brought low by stupid people. And I'm looking directly at Hollywood. It's Wednesday. It's Real Truth, and we will be right back.